Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English Story Class. I'm Nafi, your host for today. If you're new here, I'd like to let you know that we upload a brand new English learning video every single day to help you improve your English quickly and confidently. Also, at the end of each one of our videos, we have a short quiz to help you test your knowledge about what you just learned. Today we're diving into a very practical episode. Common English phrases for daily life. You might wonder, why do we have to focus on phrases? Why are they so important? Well, learning whole phrases instead of just single words helps you speak more naturally, understand context, and sound like a native speaker almost effortlessly. Wouldn't you love that? So, by the end of this video, you'll feel more prepared and more confident in your daily conversations in English. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon if you want more helpful English learning lessons like this one. All right, grab a pen and paper and let's get started. Let's start off strong with one of the most common greetings you'll hear. How's it going? It's a casual way to ask someone how they are, kind of like saying, how are you, but much more relaxed. You'd use it with friends, family, or coworkers you know well. Picture this. You're walking down the hallway at work, and you see a colleague. You say, hey, how's it going? And they might reply, pretty good, thanks. How about you? It's simple, friendly, and gets a conversation started without feeling too formal. Now, a phrase you'll often hear in relaxed conversations is, I'm just chilling. It means you're taking it easy, relaxing, maybe watching TV, or just hanging out. So if someone asks what you're up to on a Sunday afternoon, you can say, not much, just chilling at home. It's the opposite of being busy or stressed. You're just enjoying some downtime. If you're hungry but don't want a big meal, you might say, let's grab a bite. This means you want to eat something small or quick. For example, you could tell a friend, I'm starving. Want to grab a bite before the movie? It's a casual way to suggest eating together without making it sound like a formal meal. Another casual greeting is, what's up? This one's super common between friends and means, what are you doing? Or, how are things? But usually people don't expect a long answer. Most times, you'll hear replies like, not much, or just working. So if you bump into a friend, you can say, hey, what's up? And they'll probably say something simple like, not much, you. When someone makes a suggestion you like, you can say, that sounds good. It's an easy way to show agreement. For example, if your friend says, let's meet at 7 for dinner, you can reply, that sounds good. It's positive and friendly. You can also say, sounds like a plan, when you agree to a plan or a suggestion. It's similar to that sounds good, but with a bit more enthusiasm. Like if someone says, see you at 6, you might answer, sounds like a plan. It's a great way to confirm that you're on board. Sometimes you want someone to tell you something later, so you say, let me know. For instance, if your friend is checking their schedule and you don't know what time you'll meet, you can say, let me know what time works for you. It's polite and gives the other person space to get back to you. It's also okay to say, I'm not sure, when you don't know the answer to something. This shows honesty. Like if someone asks, do you know where the meeting is? You might say, I'm not sure. I think it's in room B. Or you can say, let me check, if you want to find the answer for them. Speaking of let me check, it's a great phrase when you want to find out more before giving an answer. For example, if someone asks, can you come tomorrow? You might respond, let me check my schedule and get back to you. If someone apologizes or something goes wrong, you can say, no worries. It means it's okay or don't worry about it. It's friendly and reassuring. Like if a friend forgets something, you say, no worries, it happens. When your boss or coworker asks you to do something, saying, "I'm on it," means you're taking care of it or will do it right away. It's a confident way to show responsibility. For example, if your manager says, "Please send that report," you can say, "I'm on it." If you need someone to wait a moment, you can say, "Hang on a second." It's a polite way to ask for a little patience. Like if a friend calls and you're busy, you might say, "Hang on a second, I'll be right there." When someone asks how you are, a simple reply is, "I'm good, thanks." It's casual but polite. So if someone says, "How are you?" you can say, "I'm good, thanks." "How about you?" "Take it easy" is a nice phrase to tell someone to relax or not stress. You can also use it as a casual way to say goodbye. Like if you're leaving work, you might say to your coworkers, "Take it easy, everyone." Finally, a very casual goodbye is "catch you later." It means you expect to see the person again soon. So, if you're leaving a friend's house, you might say, "All right, I gotta go. Catch you later." All right, let's keep going. Another phrase you'll hear a lot is "no problem." It's a casual way to say you're welcome or it's okay. Like if someone thanks you for helping, you can say, "No problem." It sounds friendly and easygoing. Then there's "sounds good to me." It's a way to agree with a plan or suggestion, kind of like saying "I agree," but in a more relaxed way. For example, if your friend suggests meeting at a cafe, you could say, "Sounds good to me. See you there." If you want to ask someone to repeat something, you can say, "Come again." It's informal and means, "Can you say that again?" Maybe you didn't hear well, or you want them to repeat it for clarity. When you're talking about plans, you might say, "I'm up for it." That means you're interested or willing to do something. So, if your friend invites you to a concert, you can say, "I'm up for it." It's enthusiastic and positive. Another fun phrase is, "Let's call it a day." You use this when you want to stop working or finish an activity. Like at the end of a long meeting or after studying, you can say, "Let's call it a day and get some rest." Sometimes you want to show you understand something, so you say, "Got it." It means "I understand" or "I'll do that." For example, if your boss gives you instructions, you can respond, "Got it, thanks." If you're trying to make a suggestion, a nice phrase is, "How about," for example, "How about we try that new restaurant?" It's a friendly way to offer an idea without sounding pushy. When you don't want to do something, you can say, "I'm not really feeling it." It means you don't have the energy or interest. Like if someone invites you to a party but you'd rather stay home, you might say, "I'm not really feeling it tonight." If you want to agree but casually, you say, "Fair enough." It means you understand and accept what someone said, even if you don't fully agree. For example, if someone explains why they're busy, you can say, "Fair enough." Sometimes you need to encourage someone, and a great phrase is, "You got this." It's a way to say you can do it. So if your friend is nervous before a test, you can say, "Relax, you got this." If you want to be polite but you don't want to do something, you can say, "I'll pass." For example, if someone offers you something you don't want, you can say, "Thanks, but I'll pass." A very common phrase to end a conversation is, "Anyway." You use it to change the subject or wrap things up. Like if the chat is going long and you want to move on, you can say, "Anyway, I have to get going." When you want to suggest someone relax, you might say, "Take a breather." It means take a short break to relax. So if your friend looks stressed, you can say, "Hey, take a breather. You've been working hard." If you want to show something is obvious or clear, you can say, "No kidding." It means that's obvious or "I agree." Like if someone says, "It's really hot today," you might say, "No kidding." Finally, for this batch, a great way to ask for advice is, What do you think? It's a friendly way to ask someone's opinion. Like if you're deciding where to eat, you can say, I'm not sure where to go. What do you think? All right, let's dive right back in. Another phrase you'll hear a lot is, by the way. It's a casual way to add something to the conversation that's a little off topic but still important. Like if you're talking about work and suddenly remember something else, you say, by the way, did you get the email from Sarah? Then there's hang on a second. It means wait a moment. Like if someone's talking and you need a quick pause or want to check something, you say, hang on a second, I'll be right back. When someone tells you something surprising or unbelievable, you can say, no way. It's like saying really or I can't believe it. It shows excitement or shock. For example, no way. You met Beyoncé. If you want to suggest postponing something, try let's put a pin in that. It means let's pause this topic and come back to it later. Like during a meeting, that's interesting, but let's put a pin in that for now. If you want to politely refuse, you can say, I'll have to pass on that. It's a gentle way to say no without sounding rude. Like if someone invites you to something you don't want to do, thanks, but I'll have to pass on that. When you want to tell someone to calm down, you might say, take it easy. It means relax or don't stress. So if your friend is upset, you can say, hey, take it easy. Everything will be fine. If you want to ask for help, a simple phrase is, could you give me a hand? It means, can you help me? For example, could you give me a hand with these boxes? A fun way to say something is easy is piece of cake. It means very easy. Like if someone asks how your exam was, you say, it was a piece of cake. If you want to encourage someone to keep going, you can say, keep it up. It means continue doing a good job. For example, if your friend is practicing a sport, you say, keep it up. You're improving. When you're talking about money, you might hear, cost an arm and a leg. It means something is very expensive. Like, that new phone costs an arm and a leg. If someone is late and you want to ask why, you say, what kept you? It means, why were you late? So, if your friend arrives late to the party, you ask, hey, what kept you? To express surprise or disbelief, you can say, you don't say. It's like, really? Or, are you serious? For example, you don't say, she won the lottery. If you want to end a phone call politely, you can say, I won't keep you. It means you won't take more of their time. Like after chatting for a bit. All right, I won't keep you. Talk later. Another phrase to invite someone to join is, come on over. It means come to my place. For example, we're having pizza tonight. Come on over. When you want to show agreement, you can say, I'm with you. It means I agree or I understand. Like if someone explains an idea, you say, I'm with you on that. And lastly for this section, fingers crossed. It means you're hoping for good luck. Like before a job interview, you might say, fingers crossed I get the job. You still with me? Let's keep this going. One phrase you'll hear a lot is, what's the deal? It's a casual way to ask what's happening or what's going on. Like if someone seems upset or something is strange, you might say, hey, what's the deal? Next up, no big deal. This is a way to say something isn't important or not a problem. If you accidentally bump into someone and they say, sorry, you can reply, no big deal. When you want to say you're very tired, you can say, I'm beat. It's a casual way of saying you're exhausted. After a long day, you might say, I'm beat. I just want to go to bed. If someone is being annoying or difficult, you might say, don't be a pain. It's a playful way to tell someone to stop bothering you. Like, come on, don't be a pain. Help me out. When you want to say that something is very easy or simple, you can say, it's a no-brainer. Like choosing between free pizza or no pizza. That's a no-brainer. If you want to say something is very expensive, you can also say, it's pricey. For example, that restaurant is nice, but it's pricey. To encourage someone who is struggling, you might say, hang in there. It means don't give up. Like if a friend is stressed at work, you say, hang in there. Things will get better. When someone offers you food or drink and you want to say no politely, you can say, I'm good, thanks. It means no, thank you. Like, would you like some coffee? I'm good, thanks. If you want to say you will do something soon, you can say, I'll get to it. Like when your boss asks about a report, you say, I'll get to it this afternoon. When you want to say something is very exciting or fun, you can say, it's a blast. For example, the party last night was a blast. To ask for clarification, you can say that again? It's a casual way of asking someone to repeat what they said. If you want to say you don't have much time, you might say, I'm in a hurry. Like, sorry, I can't talk now. I'm in a hurry. When you want to say that someone is very lucky, you can say, you hit the jackpot. Like, you got tickets to the concert? You hit the jackpot. If you want to suggest taking a break, you might say, let's take 5. It means take a 5-minute break. Like during work, let's take 5 and then keep going. And finally, when you want to say that someone is pretending or not being serious, you can say, you're messing with me. Like if a friend tells a wild story, you say, you're messing with me, right? All right, here we go. A phrase you'll hear all the time is, what do you think? It's a simple way to ask someone's opinion. Like if you're planning something, you say, I'm thinking about going to the beach this weekend. What do you think? Then there's sounds good. This is a great way to agree with a suggestion. If your friend says, let's meet at 5, you can say, sounds good. If you want to say you're ready, you might say, I'm all set. Like before leaving the house, got my keys, wallet, and phone. I'm all set. When you want to say you're confused, you can say, I'm lost. Like if someone explains a complicated plan, you can say, sorry, I'm lost. Can you explain again? To politely say you don't understand, you can say, can you run that by me again? It means please explain it one more time. If you want to express that something is not your fault, you say, it's not on me. Like if something goes wrong but you weren't responsible. When you want to say something is very good or impressive, you can say, that's awesome. Like if your friend tells you about a cool trip, that's awesome. To say you're busy, you can say, I've got a lot on my plate. It means you have many tasks to do. Like, I can't hang out tonight. I've got a lot on my plate. When you want to say you're free or available, you can say, I'm open. Like, I'm open for lunch anytime. If you want to suggest doing something soon, you can say, let's catch up. It means meet and talk after some time apart. Like, it's been a while. Let's catch up this weekend. If you want to say you're tired but still okay, you can say, I'm running on empty. It means you have very little energy left. To ask if someone agrees, you might say, am I right? Like, that movie was amazing, am I right? If you want to say something is easy to do, you can say, it's a walk in the park. It means very easy. When you want to say you're joking, you can say, just kidding. Like if you say something funny but don't mean it seriously. And to show you're paying attention, you can say, I'm all ears. It means you're listening carefully. Let's keep rolling. A great phrase you can use when you want to invite someone is, come on over. It's a casual way to say, please come to my place. Like, if you're free later, come on over. When you want to say something is very obvious, you can say, no kidding. It's like saying, I agree, that's obvious. For example, it's hot today. No kidding. If someone is talking too much or telling a long story, you might say, get to the point. It means stop going around and say what you really want. To say you're very happy or excited, you can say, I'm thrilled. Like, I'm thrilled about my new job. If you want to say something is very important, you can say, it's a big deal. Like, graduating college is a big deal. When you want to say you don't know but will try to find out, you can say, I'll find out. Like, where's the meeting? I'm not sure, but I'll find out. To say that something is easy to do, you can say, piece of cake. Like, this math problem? Piece of cake. If you want to tell someone to calm down, you might say, take it easy. Like, hey, take it easy. Don't stress. When you want to say you're starting to feel tired, you can say, I'm getting wiped out. It means you're getting very tired. If you want to say that something surprised you, you can say, that caught me off guard. Like, her sudden visit caught me off guard. When you want to say that you're looking forward to something, you can say, I can't wait. Like, I can't wait for the weekend. If you want to say that you're happy everything is okay, you can say, that's a relief. Like, you found your keys? That's a relief. When someone gives you a compliment and you want to be modest, you can say, thanks, but I'm just doing my best. If you want to say something is interesting or unusual, you can say, that's something else. Like, your new haircut? That's something else. And when you want to encourage someone to speak up, you might say, go ahead. Like, if you have questions, go ahead and ask. All right, we're almost there. A phrase you can use when you want to say something is very close or nearby is just around the corner. Like, don't worry, the cafe is just around the corner. If you want to say that something is done or finished, you can say, it's all set. For example, the meeting? It's all set for 3 p.m. When you want to say you're available to help, say, I'm here for you. Like, if you need anything, I'm here for you. If you want to say something is very difficult or challenging, you can say, it's tough going. Like, learning a new language can be tough going at first. When you want to tell someone not to worry, you might say, no worries. It's a friendly way to say it's okay. If you want to say something was very surprising, you can say, it blew me away. Like, that concert? It blew me away. To say you agree completely, you can say, you nailed it. Like, your answer was perfect. You nailed it. If you want to say you're feeling better after being sick or sad, say, I'm back on my feet. When you want to say that you want to say something but you're careful, you can say, if I'm being honest, I didn't like the movie much. To say you want to stop doing something, you can say, I'm calling it a day. Like, I've worked enough. I'm calling it a day. If you want to encourage someone, you can say, you've got this. Like, don't worry about the test. You've got this. When you want to say that you're happy or lucky about something, you might say, I hit the jackpot. Like, found a great deal on shoes. I hit the jackpot. If you want to say something is easy to guess, you can say, it's no surprise. Like, she won the race? It's no surprise. When you want to say something is a secret, you can say, keep it under wraps. Like, the surprise party? Keep it under wraps. And finally, if you want to say something is exactly right, you can say, spot on. Like, your advice was spot on. Alright, now that you've learned some useful everyday phrases, let's have a little fun with a quick quiz. This is totally optional, but it's a great way to test yourself and see how well you remember the phrases. I'll give you a question and some answer choices for the first part, and later a few fill-in-the-blank questions. Ready? Let's go. Question 1. What does "how's it going" mean? A. How old are you? B. How are you doing? C. Where are you going? The answer is B. How are you doing? Question 2. If someone asks, "What are you up to?" and you're relaxing, what's a good answer? A. I'm just chilling. B. I'm running late. C. I'm cooking dinner. The answer is A. I'm just chilling. Question 3. How would you say you agree with a friend's plan? A. That sounds good. B. I don't like it. C. Maybe later. The answer is A. That sounds good. Question 4. What phrase can you use to ask someone to give you information later? A. Let me know. B. Don't tell me. C. I'll call you. The answer is A. Let me know. Question 5. If you want to tell someone not to worry, what could you say? A. No worries. B. Be scared. C. Don't move. The answer is A. No worries. Question 6. How do you say something was very surprising? A. It was boring. B. It blew me away. C. It was normal. The answer is B. It blew me away. Question 7. What phrase means? It's very easy. A. Piece of cake. B. Hard work. C. Slow process. The answer is A. Piece of cake. Question 8. Fill in the blank. If you want to stop doing something for the day, you can say, I'm _ it a day. The answer is calling. I'm calling it a day. Question 9. Fill in the blank. To encourage someone, you can say, you've got _ The answer is this. You've got this. Question 10. Fill in the blank. When something is very close or nearby, you say, it's just _ the corner. The answer is around. It's just around the corner. Let me know your quiz score in the comment section. Thanks so much for listening to this teaching on 75 phrases for everyday conversation. I hope these phrases help you feel more comfortable and confident speaking English every day. Remember, practice is the key. Try using these phrases with your friends or even by yourself to make them stick. If you enjoyed this podcast, don't forget to subscribe and share it with anyone who wants to improve their English. Until next time, keep practicing and keep speaking. You've got this. See you in the next video.